All right, let's move on to sports. Here's Ayotunde Balogun.
Many thanks, Ijoma. Nigeria's winning streak at the Women's WAFU Nations Cup continued after the Super Falcons ended the group phase with 3 wins from 3 matches. Even though the team has already qualified for the knockout phase, the Super Falcons beat Togo 3-1 in the last group game. Nigeria will now go on to face fierce rivals Ghana in the semi-final. The president of the World Football Governing Body, Mr. Gianni Infantino, has arrived in Nigeria ahead of the FIFA Executive Summit, which begins tomorrow in Lagos. Mr. Infantino paid a courtesy visit to Governor Akinwumi Ambode of Lagos State at the State House in Ikeja. He was accompanied on the visit by the Confederation of African Football CAF President Ahmed Ahmed, FIFA Secretary General Fatma Diouf Samora, NFF President Ahmed Jupinik, and other football dignitaries. Now, in what is likely to be one of the most interesting clashes of the UEFA Champions League, Chelsea host FC Barcelona for the first leg of their round of 16 tie at Stamford Bridge tomorrow. Chelsea must find a way to stop Barca, who remain unbeaten in the Spanish La Liga and Champions League this season. Now, the Premier League champions have failed to reach the heights of last year's title-winning season, and Antonio Conte is facing increasing pressure after recent league losses to Watford and West Brom. However, the Blues have shown signs of a return to form with wins in their last 2 games. And that's sports news. The news at 10 continues shortly.
Thanks, Ayotunde. It's the first full work week for South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa, and he spent much of the day listening to a parliamentary debate on his maiden State of the Union address, which was delivered on Friday. President Ramaphosa announced, among other things, initiatives to tackle corruption, youth unemployment, boosting manufacturing and business capacity, as well as plans to trim the government's departments. Our South Africa Bureau Chief Betty Dibia reports.
The union buildings in Pretoria is without number 1 for now. This is because the president is still in Cape Town, where his maiden Sona has been at the center of the debate. The opposition parties earlier gave their first impressions.
The crucial issues is the focus on young people, something that I've been very passionate about in saying, let's get young people in the workforce.
On expropriation of land without compensation, that we welcome. We also welcome the intention to reduce the size of cabinet, because cabinet now is like a mass meeting.
We are not happy with the expropriation of land without compensation, because that in itself is negative for the economy.
On the streets, that SONA is also still being debated, with some analysts describing it as having too many fragmented initiatives. The president did mention a number of huge plans for youth empowerment in the country, but what do the young people actually think? Many of the youths here didn't watch, but they have an idea what they would like to see from the new administration.
My expectations for the new president is definitely the unemployment situation, in terms of we are not safe because people that are unemployed lead to crime, so I'm hoping that it decreases.
The nation also awaits a cabinet reshuffle. Inherited from Zuma are a number of ministers many wouldn't like to see. Reasons vary from a messy social grant system to state capture allegations to badly run state-owned enterprises and a number of controversies in between. Budget speech is on Wednesday, and it's unclear whether that reshuffle will come before or after, or whether the current finance minister, Malusi Gigaba, will be presenting. Apart from that much anticipated cabinet, there's also the issue of who will be the new deputy president of South Africa. From Bramfontein in Johannesburg, Betty Dibia, Channels Television News.
U.S. President Donald Trump has given the assurance of his support towards efforts to improve background checks on gun ownership. Nicholas Cruz, a suspect in last week's Florida school shooting, which left 17 persons dead, bought his gun legally. Now, students of the school where the shooting took place formally requested for an action on gun control today. On to entertainment news now. An internet sensation, Emanuela, lands a Disney role. Maya Wagundele tells us more.
Many thanks. Here are your top Trending entertainment stories. 7-year-old child star Emanuela has landed a role in a Disney film. The comic star, who came into limelight in 2015 via viral comedy skits, shared a photo taken on set at the Walt Disney Studios via her Instagram page. In her post, she thanks her fans for the support, saying, quote, "I never dreamed of being here so soon," end of quote.
Junior has joined them.
And in the world of theatre, the adverse effect of drug and substance abuse on an individual, the family unit and the society at large is highlighted in the new stage play, The Walking Stick. The Leke Akinrio production, which stars screen and stage actress Tinamba, alongside Ayo Lijadu and a couple of others, is written and directed by Felix Okolo. Meanwhile, celebrated Nigerian actor Richard Mofe-Damijo has asked movie buffs to stop comparing Nollywood movies to the trending Hollywood flick Black Panther. The actor turned politician and later actor again, who joined other Nollywood stakeholders at a special screening hosted by the American Consulate General, opined that beyond the big budget of Hollywood, Nollywood is still lagging behind on other fronts, including in the use of technology.
You can't start to dream about the budgets for films like this when you don't have infrastructure. So we need to first tackle those basic things that we need as human beings living on this planet, on this part of the world first.
And that's it from me. Thanks for watching. The rest of the news at 10 continues shortly.
Thanks, Mayowa. And the main news again. The federal government today announced plans to make Nigeria a major hub for oil and gas investment in Africa as the nation hosts the first International Petroleum Summit in Abuja. And that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks so much for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Bunyato. Do have a good night.